Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Nice guys habits you need to stop now. You've probably heard the phrase nice guys finish last, and perhaps you've experienced it as you watch pushy, inconsiderable guys get the jobs that you want or get the romantic attention of someone you've been pining for. It doesn't seem fair, does it? There is nothing wrong with being nice. But when you start being nice to everyone, that you stop being nice to yourself, your efforts can backfire. Here are some ways to show people that you value yourself and that they should value you too. But before we go into the steps that will help you to stop being a Mr. Nice Guy, we need to know the characteristics of Mr. Nice Guy. You should first of all know the signs of being a nice guy. They believe that if they are good, giving, and caring, that they will get happiness, love, and fulfillment in return. They offer to do things for a girl they hardly know, that they wouldn't just do the same thing for just anybody that they don't know. They avoid conflicts by withholding their opinions or even become agreeable with her even when they know that they don't actually agree. They try to fix and take care of her problems. They are drawn to trying to help. They seek approval from others. They try to hide their perceived flaws and mistakes. They are always looking for the right way to do things. They try to analyze rather than feel. They have difficulty making their needs a priority. They are often emotionally dependent on their partner. So let's start with what you should not do if you want to stop being a Mr. Nice Guy and always get what you want. Stop agreeing with everyone and everything. That doesn't mean that you should disagree or argue for its own sake, but you're your own person with your own opinions and preferences. If you find yourself agreeing with everyone, you might be undercutting your individuality. Think for yourself and speak up. Not every disagreement is an argument, and a difference of opinion can sometimes lead to interesting discussion in which you learn a great deal about the way a person thinks and how they feel about a lot of things. Stop being a people pleaser. Don't bend over backwards to accommodate everyone except yourself. If you identify with the nice guy dilemma, you're probably a kind person who loves to help people, and that's wonderful. But don't be so humble that you become everyone else's slave to their needs and expectations. It is healthy to have your own needs and goals and to fulfill them and help others at the same time without putting someone else's priorities way above yours. Avoid parasitic relationship where you give and never get. Strive to form mutually beneficial relationship. Learn to say no. When people ask you to do something that you don't find comfortable doing, for whatever reason, you have every right to decline. If you find yourself saying yes without considering your time or desire to help, get in the habit of saying, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This will give you a chance to rehearse on your availability and rehearse how you will tell them no. There are manipulative people in the world who will make you feel guilty in a very subtle way. Learn how to recognize a manipulating or controlling relationship and break the pattern. Ask your friends and family for support to help them feel like they are important in your life too. Use non-violent communication to convey your discomforts, concerns, or needs. Some people are taught that it is not nice to say anything negative, but the fact is that there are conflicts in life and they need to be addressed in order to be resolved so we can have healthy, balanced, and happy relationships. By learning gentle communication skills such as giving a feedback sandwich, you will feel much better about discussing topics that you would normally avoid. Draw the line. Don't allow people to disrespect or ignore you. Stand up for yourself. If a coworker steals your idea and passes it off as his own, you're not being nice by letting it slide. You're being a coward, if I should use that word. If your date doesn't show up and doesn't even bother to call beforehand or afterwards to explain. You're not being nice by overlooking a lack of consideration. You're being a doormat. Pace yourself. Be patient with yourself and with others. At work, this means not biting off more than you can chew. In dating, it means not getting too attached too quickly. Don't give someone everything they want all at once and expect nothing in return. Every relationship is a two-way street. At work, do you regularly stay late without being asked? Do you volunteer to help more than others? Or pick up the slack for your co-workers? By doing this, you're communicating to your boss and co-workers that your time is not valuable, you give it away frequently and without being asked, and you never indicate that there is anything else you would like to do with your time. And they might even be convinced that you like being late at work and giving them extra time. To bring some balance back into the situation, there are a few things you can do. If your boss is giving you all the extra work because you do a better job than your co-workers, then ask for a raise or promotion. Ask your boss about hiring another staff person or rotating who stays late until the workload subsides. Ask your boss how long he or she estimates the late night will be necessary. There are a lot of people out there that rather than do the assignment themselves, they will pass it on to you or even volunteer you to take up a particular project without even asking you if you're busy or not. Don't accept it. Tell them you need to review your workload first. Also let that person know that they should have been considerate to ask you first before bringing the work to you. If you do get dumped on and you accept, then by all means don't take on the whole project by yourself. You would be setting yourself up for failure or worse. If you do a great job, then it will be your assignment for all eternity. Ask for an assistance or two. That way down the road, you can come up with your own excuse to back out and leave it in their hands. When dating, don't shower a romantic interest with flowers, stuffed animals, jewelries, expensive dinners, a cruise, etc. in the very beginning. You are in the courtship phase and might feel like you need to show of how worthy you are, but this person needs to show worthiness of being your mate too. Does this person meet your standards? Save the bulk of your affection and gifts for someone who already supports you and shows appreciation. Wait for a love interest to reach out to you once in a while. How could you really be certain that this person wants to spend time with you if you're always the one calling and suggesting it? Continue spending time with your friends and pursuing your interests even when you're dating. Don't allow a romantic prospect to consume your life. Remember that you don't need anyone to be happy. Once you feel like you need something, as in you want it so badly that you would do anything to get it, and it's something that only someone else can give to you, that is someone else's approval, regard, affection, you essentially put your happiness completely in someone else's control. In other words, you give that person all the power, making yourself appear weak and needy. Instead, base your self-worth on your own actions and efforts rather than on how others perceive you. Rejection and criticism is difficult to deal with, but sometimes it is undeserved. Don't spend your whole life trying to keep other people from thinking negatively towards you. Do what you feel is right, no matter what everyone else thinks. All you need to be happy ultimately is self-respect. Continue being nice. The niceness isn't what gets the stereotypical nice guy into trouble. You can be a gentleman without being a pushover. You can be sweet without being suffocating. You can be humble without being self-deprecating. It is all about finding a good balance. Surround yourself with nice people who will consider you as much as you consider them, and do your best to teach others of how they can be nice to you and in general. Here comes to the end of the topic, and I hope this video will help you out. If you're being a Mr. Nice Guy, you can still be nice but not being a Mr. Nice Guy, so that people do not trample upon you, or especially when you're in a relationship, so that your girlfriend doesn't take advantage of you being nice, even when they know they are not ending up with you or they don't like you that much. If you like this video, you find it helpful, or you like me as a person, do not fail to like this video, share the video to someone who would find it helpful, subscribe to my channel. Once you've subscribed, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. Leave a comment down there below in the comment section. Let's keep chatting. I'm going to see you next time in my next video. Bye.